Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah, there's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in
Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another WNBA Live Play. Obviously, tonight you got the Minnesota Lynx coming into Las Vegas, Nevada at the Michelob Ultra Arena to take on the reigning and defending WNBA champs. That is the Las Vegas Aces. Before we get started, if you guys are new, make sure you hit that like button, definitely hit that subscribe button, definitely share out the content, and make sure you definitely help grow the channel. That being said, we're going to get ready for tip-off pretty soon, about a minute or two. But Aces coming in right now, offering actually a really nice win the last time out. Overall, I'm excited. Like I said, if you guys have not checked out the Balling with the Ladies show, obviously me and Tara will do that every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern time for all things WNBA related. So you guys do not want to miss that. Make sure you have that notification bell. But also, this stream is sponsored by SeatGeek. If anyone is going out to any NBA, MLB, any concerts and stuff like that, make sure you check out SeatGeek and use our promo code Philly Sports at checkout to save $20 off. Make sure you use promo code Philly Sports at checkout to save $20 off. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Because obviously the last time Minnesota right now came in let's just be real, coming into this one, barely scraping by the LA Sparks. Because right now, Minnesota, in terms of their standings in the WNBA, because right now the best team in the WNBA is the Las Vegas Aces at 9-1. Minnesota is coming to this one 3-7. Obviously, they got some. I think I talked about this, or actually talked this behind the scenes, with a few friends of mine. The Lynx, for how do I describe them? They got like good talent, but it's on paper, but it's just the lack of the execution. Because right now, yes, Minnesota's coming to this one on a 2-game winning streak, but overall they're 3-7 in their last 10 games. But before that, we get our starting lineup for the Lynx. You got Nafisa Collier, Bridget Carlton, Dorka Uhots, Caitlin McBride, Tiffany Mitchell. And your standard for the Aces, Jackie Young, Candace Parker, Asia Wilson, Kelsey Plum, and Chelsea Gray. So it's going to be a lot of fun to get this underway in Las Vegas, Nevada. All righty. So Nafisa card. And that's going to be interesting. But what's good, Ron? What is good, my dude? All right, so we're getting ready for tip-off. So the Aces are right now in their home black jerseys tonight. which is kind of ironic because usually when you're like, usually sometimes some teams are at home, I say go over their whites, but hey, I do like the black uniforms, so I will say that much. Oh. Another former Las Vegas ace. And the Aces will win the tip-off. Now we got Chelsea Gray now taking up for the Aces. Already 5 seconds into the first quarter. Hands it out to Aisha Wilson. Back to Parker. Now to Chelsea Gray, picked up by McBride. Plum comes out. Thought about a three behind a screen. She steps back for a three. Cannot hit. And rebound goes to Dorcas Uhods. So now here we got Mitchell now taking up for the Lynx. Picked up by Kelsey Plum. Under 9.5 to play here in the first. Hands it off to Collier. Out to McBride. McBride trying to shake off. Hands it off to Mitchell off the glass. Cannot finish. And that's going to be out of bounds. Las Vegas basketball. So Shell Reeve in her 14th season as the Lynx head coach. Overall 284 wins, 156 losses for a winning percentage at 661. And now we got Jackie Young out to Plum. Good ball movement to Chelsea Gray to Wilson in the post. Little fadeaway jumper cannot hit. Rebound goes to Collier. She takes it up. Leading the charge with a screen by McBride. Collier with the easy touch. Good for two. So we get the first basket of the night. Go to the Minnesota Lynx by Nafisa Collier. But now we got Gray. Picked up by McBride. Out to Plum. Plum steps inside. And we'll get called for the double dribble. I really did actually talk about this look at last year too. I've really nitpicked with this team. Obviously, the turnovers is, let's be honest, my biggest nitpick with this team. So now we got Mitchell. The ball moving to Yorhas in the post. Yorhas posting up on Parker. And looks like Parker takes it, almost poked it away. That's a three. Down it goes from Minnesota. And that was Carlton already with a quick 5-0 run for the Lynx. Now we got Parker. Now to Plum. Plum thought about a three. Hands it out to Gray. Now to Wilson in the post. Wilson, tough shot. Gets it to go. So Las Vegas gets their first bucket of the night. And now we got Mitchell to the basket. And gets blocked by Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray now leading the charge. Hands it off to Jackie Young. Thought about a three to Plum in the corner. To Wilson in the post. Back to Young. She thought pump fake, steps inside. Good hand. Oh, good. And Candace Parker could not complete the bucket. So we got McBride for a three. Cannot hit. And rebound goes into the hands of Yorhas. And that is going to be good for two. That is poor closeout by the defending champs for Las Vegas. So 7-2 right now in favor of the Lynx. So I got Gray. Now to Plum. Plum was screened by Wilson. Plum looks like a floater. Good for two. Cuts it back down to three on Kelsey Plum. So now we got Mitchell with the screen by Collier and McBride. Mitchell picked up by Plum. Gets it to Collier. Hands up to Carlton. Carlton for three. Not hit. And that's going to be out of bounds going to Las Vegas with 6:52 remaining here in the first. So we're under the 7-minute mark here in the first. It's a 3-point lead for the Minnesota Lynx. But now we got Gray leading the point. Gets a screen by Parker. And good bounce pass. Good ball move to Jackie Young. And we'll draw the contact. That's going to be the first team foul on the Minnesota Lynx. Shout to the 30 total people that's in here. Shout to the 25 from the YouTube channel. What is going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys coming around for some WNBA action here in week 4. So shout to every single one of y'all. So Becky Hammond in her second season overall as a head coach, 35-11 with a 761 winning percentage. And the first free throw is good. It now is up to 2. A 2-point lead for the Lynx. And both free throws are good. Down to a 1-point lead. And here comes Tiffany Mitchell leading the point for the Lynx. Up one, picked up by Plum. Hands up to McBride. Now to Uhas, back to McBride. McBride picked up by Plum. McBride to the basket and off the glass, good for two. Goes back to a 3-point lead for the Lynx. Here comes Plum. Screen by Young. Gives it to Wilson in the post. To Parker, good for two off the glass. Nice backside cut to Candace Parker for two. So now we got that's Carlton. Picked up by Wilson. Gives it out to Collier with the fadeaway. Easy money for Nafisa Collier. So under 5:50 to go. It's a 3-point lead. Jackie Young pulls up for three. A little bit too strong. Collier pulls down the board. And here comes the Lynx up three. Here comes Nafisa Collier taking on Wilson in the point. And gets blocked out of bounds. Still stays with Minnesota. With 5:36 remaining here in the first. What is going on, everybody? Shout out to every single one of y'all that's coming in or just finding the stream for the first time. Shout out to every single one of y'all. All right, so now we got McBride. Get to Uhas for quick mid-range. Cannot hit. Rebound goes to Wilson. Now here comes Gray to Wilson. Cannot go. Offensive board goes to Parker. Kelsey Plum for three. Down it goes. Tie game. So Kelsey Plum, that is her 300th career three-pointer in the WNBA. And congrats on that milestone to Kelsey Plum. Somebody got Mitchell picked up by Plum. Now gets the Collier picked up by Wilson. Hands it up to Carlton. Gray on top of Carlton. Now switches up. Now Collier with the double team. Out back to Bridget Carlton. Carlton drives. And that is going to be a shot clock violation. Turnover on the Minnesota Lynx. On right back to Las Vegas. That is true. And that's what the Aces will do. And we get a timeout. And that's the thing, too. Like, so we have 4:45 to go here in the first. Shout out to the 34 total viewers that's tuning in tonight. If you guys have not checked out anything, but like I said, I appreciate every single one of y'all. So right now we're in the commercial break. Game tied at 11. Overall, my initial thoughts, obviously, yeah, and that's the one thing I've actually kind of talked about. I'm kind of not frustrated with these slow starts, which kind of does happen in the game of basketball, but it's kind of going to get very annoying real soon, really quick. Another thing, too, like I've talked about, on many different occasions, even looking last year that I've done a good chunk of Aces games, and just the WNBA in general, is the amount of turnovers. And we talked about, and that's the one thing I've nitpicked with the Aces a little bit, is sometimes they be careless with the basketball. And even if you go back to what if you checked out episode 2 of Balling with the Ladies, another team that we actually discussed was the Mercury. I can't show it, but if you have NBA TV or the WNBA League Pass, you can actually find it there on there as well. But yeah, I mean, going back to what I said, if you have not you guys checked out the recent episode of Balling with the Ladies, we actually kind of talked about, the struggles with we took, let's say more of the Mercury than the Seattle Storm, because let's be real, I can go all day and, and the fact that, what do you call it? And just pick apart the Seattle Storm, because quite frankly, the Seattle Storm are just god awful. Even though, look, Joe Lloyd is a phenomenal player. Don't get me wrong, but outside of that, like, she does not really have much help to really work with here. And to be fair on her, like, I mean, I don't know. The Seattle Storm, then again, you could also make the argument that Seattle and probably the Mercury could be tied for probably one of the two of the worst teams in the WNBA. Well, mostly for Phoenix, anyways. All right. So it looks like we. All right, we got Gray out to Young. Out of the commercial break, Gray picked up by McBride. And it's Kia Stokes. And almost threw it away. Somehow saved by Asia Wilson. So Chelsea Gray picked up by McBride. Pulls up from three. Down it goes for Chelsea Gray. She's still a phenomenal shooter from three. So we got number two. And down to Mitchell. Out to McBride. Or is it Collier with a fadeaway? Cannot hit. Rebound chased down by Kia Stokes. And that's going to be out of, and unfortunately loses it out of bounds. Stays Minnesota basketball. All righty. So we get a fresh 14 for the Lynx. Gets an inbound. We got Allen out to McBride to Uhas. Off the glass, rattles it in. Good for two. Aces still hold one. 3:45 to go here in the first. We got Plum leading the point. Now picks up by Allen, gets it to Wilson. Wilson in the paint, and we'll draw the contact. That's going to be the second team foul on the Lynx with 3:37 remaining here in the first. At 3:37. Oh, nice inbound to Asia Wilson. Good for two. Back up to three for Asia Wilson, who right now is close to the double-double record of the WNBA with 59, and that the Aces will commit their first team foul with 3:26 here in the first. Looks like that might have been on Plum. So Nafisa Collier to the line for two. And that first free throw is good. 16-14. So Nafisa Collier overall this season averaging 20.7 points per game as well. And the second free throw by Collier is good. She gets the friendly bounce, 16-15. And here comes Plum. Quick cross court out to Stokes. Back to Plum. And Plum is going to draw the contact. That's going to be the 13th foul on the Lynx at 3:20 remaining here in the first. So Wilson to side out. It gives out to Stokes. Now to Plum. Plum out to Wilson in the paint with a fadeaway jumper. That is good for two. And it's back to now up to three for the Aces. Now we got Allen with a nice handoff by Mitchell. Screened by Collier. Allen from mid-range. Down, rattles it home. Good for two. That's going to be another basket for the Lynx. We got Jackie Young out to Wilson in the post. Draws a double team. Young thought about a three. Gets it back out to Wilson. Wilson using her strength and can't get the friendly buzz. And tipping by Kia Stokes. So Kia Stokes in the right place at the right time for the Aces. 2:30 to go here in the first. McBride with a pump fake, try to draw the contact, cannot hit. Rebound goes to Wilson. Now we got Plum now taking the charge. Out to Alicia Clark for three. A little bit too strong. Allen with the rebound. Allen now taking it up for the Lynx. Hands it all to Uhas. Back to Collier for three. And that's easy money for Nafisa Collier. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first. It's a tie game at 20. And a Jackie Young top shot off one leg. Good for 2. So now we got Allen, screened by Collier. Now hands it off to Collier. Now to McBride. Picked up by Stokes. Back out to Allen. Now to Uhas. She pulls up for 3. Completely misses everything. And rebound goes to Jackie Young. What's good, Steve? And Young out to Wilson in the post. To Stokes. Good ball movement to Plum. To Clark. Back to Wilson. Wilson to Young. Young thought about a step back 3. She drives. Kicks it out to Alicia. Stokes for 3. Cannot hit. Rebound. And taken away by Alicia Clark. Fade away. Good for 2 by Alicia Clark. Alicia Clark being, like I said, being at the right place at the right time. So not Collier. Another fit, about 50 seconds remaining here in the first. Now I got Allen. Drives. Out to Uhas for 3. Cannot hit. Plum with the rebound. Here comes Plum leading the point. And bounce pass out to Wilson in the post. She gets blocked by Collier. And here comes Kayla McBride on a 1-on-1. And will scoop and score. Good for 2 on a coast-to-coast by Kayla McBride. So Plum picked up by Allen. Plum, she drives, pulls up, down it goes. And that is going to do the first quarter comes to a close. Now we're going to the second. The Aces go into the second quarter up 4. And we're going to go to a commercial break here. So shout out to Ron, shout out to Keith Cox. So shout out to you from coming to the Facebook side of things. Woohoo! But overall, like I said, a little bit sloppy in some areas. But I mean, look, Aces right now taking care of business against the Minnesota Lynx. Oh boy! But shout out to the 50 total viewers that is in here. Actually, let me hang on. I need to check something. There we go. All righty. Oh, lordy. 1 second, guys. Okay. We are back. Shout out to the 28. So I know it looked like the viewership was a little bit wrong in my honest opinion. So I had to refresh StreamYards and make sure that everything's all right. But we're good. We are good. But shout out to everyone that's coming in the chat though and stuff like that. You know, they greatly appreciate that. So right now, for those who are just coming in, it is a 4-point lead for the Aces. Going right now at the commercial break. For right now, kind of just Aces, like I said, taking care of business, even though it's been, well, let's be real. It's been slow, I would say. But, I mean, what are you going to do? But, I mean, it's whatever. Let me just see something. All right. All right. Let me get ready for the. Oh man, Key. That's tough. That's tough. That is tough, Key. And for those of you, hey, and for those who are new in here, make sure you go check out Key in the building as well. She's another great Philly sports content creator, and also another avid fan of the WNBA because I know her sport. Hey, trust me, man. Trust me, Key. I feel you. So, all right, we are underway. We got Alan now taking it up for the Lynx. Oh man, and that shot's no good. Parker comes up with the board. Now lead the charge. Out to Gray. She pulls up for a three. Cannot hit. And Uhas will pull down the rebound. And here come the Lynx. Down 4. We got Mitchell for 3. Down it goes for Tiffany Mitchell. Oh, God. So we got Gray now taking it up for the Aces. Out to Parker. Now Parker on the perimeter gives out to Gray. Gray, she pulls inside. Out to Parker. Parker with 4 seconds on the shot clock from Gray. Down it goes for Chelsea Gray. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. So now we got Allen. Screened by Uhas. Good ball move by the Lynx. Allen pulls up. She gets blocked by Kia Stokes. Gets a hand on it. Out to Kirsten Bell. To Alicia Clark. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds. Still Las Vegas basketball with 8:42 remaining here in the second. So shout out to the 27 that is in the chat. Or total viewers, I should say. Coming in for some WNBA action between the Las Vegas Aces and the Minnesota Lynx. So great for inbound. Out to Bell. Bell out to Parker. She pulls up for a 3. A little bit short. Uhas pulls down the rebound. Here comes Tiffany Mitchell to take it up for the Lynx. And that shot's no good. Parker with the rebound. And now we got Gray. Gray with a screen. Out to Stokes. And Stokes will draw the contact. That's going to be the first of the second quarter for the Minnesota Lynx. So Kia Stokes to the line for 2 to put this up by 5. And the first free throw by Stokes in and out, no good. And for free throw attempt number 2, 1 of 2 from the line goes Kia Stokes. There we go. Now we got Mitchell. Now taking it up for the Lynx. And we get a foul. That might be going against Alicia Clark. That's going to be the first on the Aces here in the second quarter. Interesting. Let's see. That's a decent call. I'll give them that. So we got Mitchell. Drives. Loses the basketball. Picked up by Kirsten Bell. And here comes Chelsea Gray taking it off for the Aces through half court. Screened by Parker. Out to Bell. Bell out to Kia Stokes. Good ball movement. Oh, sorry, that's Kirsten Bell to Gray. Gray to the paint. To Parker. Good for 2 by Candace Parker. That's a 6-point lead for the Aces. 7:38 to go. So now we got, looks like, it was 11. Bounce pass to Uhas. Or that turnaround jumper is good. Good baby hook. Here comes Gray. She pulls up for 3. Money. That is Chelsea Gray with her second 3 of the night. And now we get up to a spectacular 7. Another turnover. Oh, Lynx somehow recovered after turning over the first time. Baby hook, good for 2 by Minnesota. So now here comes Chelsea Gray, now directing traffic. At the point, picked up by Mitchell. Here comes Alicia Clark. Clark out to Gray. Gray with a screen by Stokes. Oh, almost threw it away to Parker. Parker out to Clark for 3. Cannot hit. And rebound pulled down by the Lynx. Now here comes the Lynx on offense. Down 34-29. Carlton out to 31. The assist good for 2. Cuts it back down to 3. And looks like we get a timeout at 6:07 here in the first. Or sorry, in the second. So we'll go over a few things. So shout out to everyone that's been in the chat, though. Shout out to the 4 reaction on Facebook. I greatly appreciate that as well. Oh, man.
Because she's got the 3. Then she's got that nice ability, and because she's a big guard and handles off penetration.
So assist leader per game. Yeah, Courtney Vanderson at 8.9 assists per game. Alyssa Thompson at 7.3. Chelsea Gray is third in the league in assists at 6.2. Diana Taurasi at 6 assists even, and Natasha Cloud at 5.9. That is good 5th in the league in assists. We got a side out to Chelsea Gray. So say both teams got their starters back in here in the second. So now we got Wilson out to Parker. Now to Gray. Some decent ball move by the Aces. Out to Plum. Open 3. Down it goes for Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum knocks down a 3, and that's going to put them up by 6 here at 5:45 here in the second. So good ball movement by number 15. She pulls up for 3. And then out. Rebound to Parker. Parker again chased down by McBride. Pulls up, pumps on the brakes. Good ball movement to Jackie Young. Open 3. A little bit short. Rebound goes to Minnesota. Here comes Caleb McBride. And that's going to be a reach in on Kelsey Plum. That is her, looks like her first, team second here in the first. But yeah, that's going to put a quick commercial break timeout. Okay, dokie then. At 5:23 remaining here in the second quarter before we go in a half. So shout out to the 43 and actually shout out to the 36 people total viewers coming from 36 viewers from Facebook. Appreciate every single one of y'all that's coming in. That means a lot, especially doing some WNBA coverage and stuff like that. All right. Alrighty. Alrighty. Oh boy. Shout out to the 43 and the 6 total reactions. Appreciate everyone that's coming in tonight for some WNBA action. Right now, been a very close game between these two teams. You gotta love to see it. You love to see it. All right. Whew. All right. God damn. Do. What's good, Dennis? Appreciate you coming in, my dude. Alrighty. Alrighty. All right. But yeah, man, it's been kind of fun. Well, doing some of these Aces games overall. But shout out to the 56 that's in here though. But for those who are just coming in, this stream. All right, where is it? This stream is sponsored by SeatGeek, and here comes a word from our sponsor. Have you thought about saving money on tickets, whether it's sporting events, concerts, wrestling events, etc.? Use my promo code Philly Sports at checkout to save $20 off your order. That is PHILLYSPORTS, Philly Sports, to save $20 off. Yep, that is right. Make sure you check out. If you guys are going to concerts, sporting events, even wrestling events too, use my promo code at SeatGeek, Philly Sports. That's all capitals PHILLYSPORTS for $20 off. But we are back from commercial break. Here comes Caleb McBride. Now to Collier. Now to Mitchell. Picked up by Stokes. And that is blocked by Asia Wilson out of bounds. Still holding Minnesota basketball. Shout out to the 70 total people. Callie, for me, I got the Aces. The one thing I actually do like about the WNBA, it's very competitive. Like there's no ticky-tack foul bullshit that the NBA does. I'm just saying, that's just the way I look at it. That's what I like about it. McBride for three. Down it goes. Now it's back to three. Michaela McBride and taking on her former team back in the day. So now we got Wilson. Out to Young. Ball movement out to Gray. Gray picked up by McBride. From the free throw line. Down it goes. Easy mid-range for Chelsea Gray. So Chelsea now out to 31. And she will draw the contact. That is going to be the 13th foul on the Aces. I got Minnesota. We got Minnesota on the money line. Okay, well, we'll see. Yeah, 435. Okay. Good shit. So we got Milic for the line for two. I didn't realize she even came in. So for the first free throw by Nikita Lena Milic, that is no good. A little bit too strong off the back iron. So 39-34. Aces still hold a 5-point lead here with 4:35 here in the first half. Here in Las Vegas. And the second free throw attempt is 1 and 2 from the free throw line. It's a 4-point game here at the Michelob Ultra Arena. So we got Plum. Cross court, good ball movement to Chelsea Gray, picked up by McBride, out to Jackie Young. Young in the paint, step back, fadeaway shot, can't fall. And we get a loose ball against Las Vegas. Sorry, I can't show it because of copyrights. I always put that in the description down below. Because you know how some things are. And now we got Milic. And almost at a quick. And that is good for two. Now it's by Nafisa Collier to cuts it down to two. And now we got Gray. Pulls up from mid-range. Down it goes. That is just smooth money. Easy for Chelsea Gray. So now we got Collier out to Milic. And it looks like George got a hand on it, and that's gonna be out of bounds. Staying with Minnesota with 3:38 here in the second quarter. So we get a side out for Caleb McBride and the Minnesota Lynx. And gets it out to Milich. Picked up by George. Hands it up to Mitchell. McBride for three. Cannot hit. Rebound goes to Aisha Wilson. Now hands it off to Jackie Young. Leading the charge. Had to pump the brakes. Gets it to Wilson. Wilson out to Plum. Plum steps inside. Out to Wilson. Wilson. I don't know. Should have been a foul call there. So I got Mitchell with the pump. Puts on the brakes. And that three is no good by Minnesota. Rebound to Kayla George. So here comes Jackie Young. Out to Wilson in the post. Now to Young. Jackie Young steps inside and will draw the contact. And it's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. All right. At 2:49, we're going to take a quick TV timeout. And it's a 4-point game here in the first half, under 3 minutes to play between the Aces and the Minnesota Lynx. Okie dokie. Shout out to the 40 total viewers that's in here, though. Shout out to every single one of y'all. For some NBA action as well. All that good stuff. All right. Oh, man. Alrighty. Alrighty. We'll see. Oh, God. Gonna be interesting so far. Shout out to 25, though. Alrighty. Shout out to every single one of y'all. Mostly for the Facebook side. I really greatly appreciate that. Because we're trying to grow on Facebook. Dang it. Sorry about that. So like I was saying before I actually closed out the tab, if you guys want to check me out on TikTok, the link is down below in the description. We are trying to reach, at least right now, the goal is right now try to get to 1,000 followers. So we can enable, so you can see some streams from there as well. So you guys do not want to miss any more content over there. Make sure you check out the Philly Sports, technically Philly Sports Talk podcast on TikTok as well. Make sure you guys give it a follow over there. But we're coming back from a commercial break for 2 free throws coming for Jackie Young. And the first is good by Young. Obviously, always the one thing I've always nitpicked with this Aces team is to make their try to be perfect for the free throw line as you possibly can. But it's backed up to 5. And Jackie Young is both perfect from the line. So now here come the Lynx. Down 6. 2:45 to go here in the second. So we got 15 out to Milich. To McBride. McBride taking on Wilson. Gives to Collier. Collier to the basket. And we'll draw the contact. That's going to be the 4th team foul on the... Yeah, for some reason, us and the Lynx always seem to match up pretty well. That's the crazy. That's the one thing I've always talked about the Lynx. On paper, they got good talent. It's just the execution of, and try to close out games. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say about the Lynx. But Collier for the first free throw is good. It's now down to 5 as well. So a 5-point lead for the Aces. And free throw attempt number 2, she is good. It's a 4-point lead for the Aces. Now we got Parker. Parker out to Young and almost got the end. Try to go for the N1, but going to the line for 2. And that's going to be the 3rd team foul on the Lynx. Yeah, Eric, that's a good point. Right now, they're the best team in terms of record wise in the WNBA at 9-1. You got the Connecticut Sun at 2, and right now your top three teams right now in the WNBA is the Aces, the Sun, and the New York Liberty. But the first free throw by Jackie Young is good. So guys. So appreciate anyone who's coming either from the Philly Sports Talk Podcast, Hardcore Sports, or the All-Star Sports Network. Make sure that check all those at the link down below. And obviously, Jackie Young is perfect from the line. It's back to 6. They got Collier driving to the basket. Gets the friendly bounce. That is good for 2 by Nafisa Collier. I think she's just now to Plum. Plum thought about a 3, spins. Tough shot. Gets the roll. Good for 2. And the N1 for Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum. Really tough shot. And somehow gets the friendly roll to keep this lead. I would say in arm's distance away from the Lynx. But she is good from... Oh, come on now. There we go. They got Darren Waller in attendance, obviously to support his wife, Kelsey Plum. And we get a... Oh, my God. Get out of here. Get out. Go away, you stupid son of a bitch. At 150. Tough shot by Collier. Can't go. Rebound goes to Parker. Actually taken away by Asia Wilson. Here comes Plum. Behind the back. Out to Young for 3. Or Chelsea Gray for 3. In and out. Milich pulls down the board. About 1:32 to go here in the second. It's a 7-point lead. And it's going to be out of bounds. Staying. And stays with Minnesota with a $1:27 to go here in the second. That's a 7-point lead. And we get a timeout on the floor. So both coaches want to talk some stuff over before the half. We got 1:27 here in the second. Aces still holding their own against the Lynx, even though I got to get the Lynx some credit. Try to keep up with the Aces, which let's be real, people have already done that as much. Because usually the Aces have a tendency to blow people out. I mean, I think the next matchup comes on Wednesday. It'll be Wednesday, I think, against the Phoenix Mercury, probably one of the worst teams in the WNBA this season at 2-8. So that's going to be interesting to see how the Mercury are going to respond after losing. Let's be real. And obviously, we don't know exactly the status on Brittany Griner and the hip injury. So right now, the Collier at 20.2 points. Kayla McBride at 14 points per game. Tiffany Mitchell at 12.1. And Diamond Miller obviously out with an injury with a 10.4. So it's going to be interesting to see. Going to be interesting to see.
starters, Reds, especially this first half, to be able to have the juice in the next 2 quarters.
Yeah, it'll make a difference, especially they'll get Diamond Miller back at some point. She's out with an ankle injury. Aaron Powers as well. Jessica Shepard just out with the team due to illness. So
Get a side out to Mitchell. About a minute 26 to go. Mitchell. And that is reached in by Parker. That's going to be the team's fifth.
Kara Powers, she's with the team. That
Mm.
She, for the most part, has been in a role. She can be out of the booth for the
Area Prowess right now this season averaging 5.4 points per game. So now we to Mitchell. Collier cannot hit. Rebound to Jackie Young. Got a minute. Going to be about a minute 10 to go here. Jackie Young drives off the glass. Good for two. 50 to 41. It's back to a 9 point, almost to a close to double digit lead for the Aces here. With about under a minute to play. Now a hand up to 15. Screen by Mitchell. We got 15 trying to direct traffic, take it on Parker on a mismatch, and can't get that go. Asia Wilson pulls down the rebound. Here comes Chelsea Gray with a screen by Parker. Gray thought about a three, hands it off to Young, who steps inside, will drive to the basket, and gets it to go. So now we got 15, taking on Young. Hands it off to McBride. She pulls up for a mid-range, cannot hit. Rebound goes to Young. We have about 10 seconds before the half. 52-41. And Gray. And gets the buzzer beater. And we are at the half, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea Gray. So it was a 9-0 Aces run going into the half. But you know how it is over here. We are going to take our quick halftime commercial break. That being said, stay tuned. You guys don't want to miss the second half between the Aces and the Lynx. All right, we are back from our quick halftime snack break. Overall, the Aces teams combined for 95 points. The Aces right now are shooting 56.8% from the floor to 42.1 for the Lynx. Both teams both made fourth. Aces 4 of 13 from three to 4 of 11 for the Lynx. And quite honestly, that's not great to really see. But shout out to everyone who's still sticking around. We're going to get ready for halftime in just or out of the halftime. But I think overall, I mean, I really got to say this too. You know, Aces are starting, you know, obviously despite the slow start, they'll always find a way to get their rhythm going. And the Lynx, Jesus. It's funny enough. I mean, look, they're 3-7. You know, if Aces are going to keep up with what they're doing. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Going forward, especially going forward tonight. But shout out to everyone that's been still sticking with me here tonight. Well, right now the only team that is the worst team in the WNBA is the Phoenix Mercury, which is nuts. Right? Yeah. All right. And overall, it ain't gonna be too bad. But shout out to Eric. Shout out to everyone that's coming in tonight. Shout out to everyone that's coming either from YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, wherever you may be watching this. We are coming to you live from all 8 different accounts and 4 different platforms and all that good stuff. So you'll see a lot more WNBA content once the fall comes around. A lot more NFL content, that's for sure. So you guys don't want to miss that as well if you guys want to ring that notification bell. So you guys will not miss any other live play-by-play or any NFL type show coming in to either the Hardcore Sports, Philly Sports Talk Podcast, or the All-Star Sports Network. Make sure you check out both the networks. That is linked down below, which is going to be, it's right now been a good game between the Lynx. But I will say, I got to get the Lynx a lot of credit. You know, hanging tough against the Aces right now, down 13. Now it's the start of the third. And Chelsea Gray with a buzzer beater before the half. All right, so now we got Carlton out to Collier. Collier picked up by Wilson. Wilson with the block. Gives it out to Plum. Out to Young. Jackie Young. And Wilson from short range cannot hit. Rebound goes to Carlton. Take it up for the Lynx. 9:33 to go. And coast to coast goes Nafisa Collier. Why do you think? Still an underrated scorer. We got Gray to Parker. Now out to Wilson in the post. Cannot get that to fall. Gets her own miss. Puts it right back. Good for 2. It's back up to 13 for the Aces. Now we got Bridget Carlton up taking it up. Right in the point. Hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell with the screen. Trying to get a screen by Uhas. And with a pump fake. Cannot go. And Kelsey Plum comes away with a rebound. Now out to Jackie Young. Jackie Young. Out to Candace Parker for 3. Cannot hit. Rebound to Nafisa Collier. Collier will hand it off to Mitchell. Mitchell out to Carlton. Cannot get the bounce. And gets her own rebound. Gets the rebound by Uhas. So you'll get the offensive board. And that's blocked by Asia Wilson. And here comes Candace Parker on a 2-on-3 fast break. We'll have to pull the brakes. Wilson for 3. Too strong. Rebound goes to Caleb McBride. So McBride not taking it up. And hands it. And that's a quick turnover by. So Jackie Young picks the pocket. Here comes Kelsey Plum. Coast to coast. Off the glass. Good for 2. Now the lead is up to 15. 15 for the Las Vegas Aces. Now we got Collier. Picked up by Wilson. Out to McBride for a 3. Cannot hit. Rebound goes to Wilson. And here comes Chelsea Gray out to Candace Parker. Back. Good ball movement to Kelsey Plum. She thought about a 3. She drives inside. And that's a quick turnover by the Aces. Here comes Tiffany Mitchell with the ball in her hands. And goes around a couple of screens. On the scoop and score. Good for 2 by Tiffany Mitchell. So 58-45. Under 7:20 to go. Now out to Candace Parker. Now hands up to Plum for 3. Down it goes for Kelsey Plum. 61-45. Aces lead over the Lynx. With about 7 minutes to go. We're at the 7-minute mark here in the third. And now we got Mitchell now directing traffic from the point. Taking on Plum. Plum with both hands up. Good defense. And Uhas will put on the rebound. Carlton for 3. Cannot hit. Rebound. Chased down by Jackie Young, but falls into the hands of Candace Parker. Will hand it up to Plum. She thought about a 3. Parker, she drives. And we'll draw the contact. Go to the line for the 3-point play at 6:33. That's going to be the first team foul on the Lynx here in the third quarter. Just gotta love to see it. So Candace Parker tonight, 6 points, 4 rebounds. They're very contributive so far tonight. Even though, the points are not there as it used to be. But now for the 3-point play by Candace Parker. And cannot get that to go. Rebound goes to Caleb Nafisa Collier. Hands off to Allen. Allen taking on Plum. Screen by Mitchell. Another screen by Uhas. And that's another almost a Lynx turnover to Collier. Double team. And that is taken away by Chelsea Gray. Another turnover by the Lynx. Now out to Jackie Young. Out to Wilson. She thought about a 3. She will drive out to Parker. And that gets blocked by Nafisa Collier. Looks like she might got a hand on it. Taking the charge. Allen for 3. Cannot hit. Juhas. And that'll be out of bounds. And that's going to go the other way to Las Vegas. So Las Vegas gets the ball back here. 63-45 with 5:49 remaining here. Knowing that they're going to start the clock. Oh, never mind. So now we got Gray. Gray out to Wilson. Wilson hands up to Jackie Young. She thought about a 3. She drives inside. It will draw the contact and it's going to go to the line for 2 to keep this lead, to increase this lead at 5:38 to go here in the third quarter. Look, that might have been on Carlton. That is her first, our first team second here in the third. And the first free throw by Young, it is good. 64-45. And the second free throw is good. Now it's up to a 20-point lead for the Aces. And now we got Allen out to Uhas. Out to, looks like number 2, Uhas with the handoff to Collier. Back to Allen. Allen taking on Plum. Now I have to pull it out back to Uhas. Or sorry, that's McBride. That 3 is no good by the Lynx. Rebound pulled down by Plum. And almost a steal attempt by the Lynx. but picked up by Jackie Young. Jackie Young now gets it out to Plum. Picked up by Allen. Out to Young. Back to Plum. Open three. That's a bit short. Rebound chased down by Asia Wilson. Out to Young. She pump fakes. Drives. Out to Plum again for three. Down it goes for Kelsey Plum. And you get a timeout at 4:45 remaining here in the third. So Las Vegas up 23 here. So 23 with under 5 minutes to play here in the third. So, man, it's been oh, Jesus. Alrighty. Shout out to the 14, though, man. Alrighty. Oh, boy. Alrighty. Okay. Well. Oh. Shout out to the 9 total reactions. So, shout out to the 16 total viewers here in the stream. Honestly, Rovich, you have to, like I said, you're going to have to check if you have a WNBA League Pass, you're going to check there, or NBA TV. That's where you can watch this game live. The reason why I had to have a scoreboard for copyright reasons. That's all. All right. Now I kind of showed some previous highlights between these two. And obviously, Diamond Miller is right now out tonight with an injury. But here we go. So we got Allen taking on Plum with the screen by Milic. Now it gives it to McBride. Back to Allen. Now to Uhas. Good ball movement by the Lynx. And that's going to be out of bounds. That's going to stay with the Lynx at 4:25 remaining here in the third. You too. Absolutely, Earl. Happy Father's Day to you, my dude. And quick inbound for three. That is too short. Kia Stokes. Well, that's Kelsey Plum pulls up with a rebound. And we get maybe a reach in on Minnesota, and that's going to be the 13th foul tonight. So now we got Young. Kind of pull, drives, and that's another Las Vegas turnover. Here comes the Lynx. So it looks like Kelsey Plum has drawn the Aces first team foul here in the third. 4:06 remaining here. That's to be the first free throw, trying to cut into this lead that the Aces kind of put together. It's good, Ron. And we got Allen now taking it up for we're about to reach the 4-minute mark here in the third. It's a 22-point lead. Collier. There's Milich posting up on Stokes and cannot get that to go. Wilson pulls down the rebound. Gives it to Jackie Young. Jackie Young now slowly directing traffic. Will pull up for three. Cannot go. Rebound goes to Uhas. Here comes Allen now leading the charge for the Lynx. Down 22. And that's going to look like going to be another foul on the Aces. That's just their second team foul. But I'm good, though. I'm good. Now we got Alicia Clark now on the floor. So now we got Milich. And cannot get that to fall for Collier. Asia Wilson pulls down the rebound. Here comes Kelsey Plum. And gives it out to Wilson. Back to Plum. Plum testing her range. Too strong. And quite a quick pulling up from three. Start making some quality shots. Alec cannot get that layup to fall. Good ball movement to Kayla McBride. It looks like there's someone got a hand on it. Here comes Chelsea or Jackie Young. So it looks like Stokes might have gotten a hand on it. Mid-range from Jackie Young. Down it goes. Back up to 24. It goes the Aces. 70-46. Under 3 minutes to play. So now we've got McBride. Out to Allen. Allen taking on Plum. And that is going to be a kickball at 2:38 remaining here in the third. Okay. So we got a side out for the Lynx. And hands it out to Milich. Now to McBride. McBride back to Milich. He pulls up for three. Kia Stokes blocked it again. Here comes Kelsey Plum. Taking on the charge herself. Out to Clark. Still kept the ball alive. Gives it out to Plum. Now to Wilson in the paint. Step back fadeaway. Cannot go. Rebound to Milich. Here's McBride. Leading the charge for the Lynx. Down 24 here in the third. And another turnover by the Aces. By the Lynx. And coast to coast goes Jackie Young. That is good for two. 72-46. Aces. Now here comes Allen. From mid-range. Down it goes for Allen. 72-48. Back to 24 for the Aces. Now we got Jackie Young. Young gets out to Wilson from mid-range. It's a little bit too strong off the back iron. Rebound by Uhas. Here comes Kayla McBride, and I'll take it up for the Lynx. Looks like look at 2-3. Look at almost like a zone by the Aces. Uhas for a three. Cannot go. Asia Wilson with the rebound. And now here comes Jackie Young. Now take it up with the ball in her hands. Taking on a couple defenders. With a floater. Cannot go. And Allen chases down the rebound for the Lynx. Now hands it off to Collier. Under a minute to play here in the third. A 24-point lead. Clark on Collier. Good ball movement to McBride. And we get an offensive foul. Go to the other way. And that's going to be on the Lynx at 51.5 remaining here in the third. Oh, man.
That's how you become two-time all-defensive team. You're willing to put your nose into the action.
So Collier will take a seat on the bench. Here comes Gray. Gray. Tough mid-range. Cannot get the bounce. Falls to the hands of Carlton. Here comes the Lynx. Out to Allen. Out. And that cannot go for number 15. And Parker pulls down the rebound. Here comes Gray. Off the handoff by Parker. And Gray from the logo. Taking over 9. And Gray cannot get that to fall. And Parker will draw the contact. And it's going to go to the line for 2 with 1.4 remaining on the game clock. So shout out to the 21 total people that is in here. And Parker for the line for 2. And the first is good. 25 back up to a 25-point lead for the Aces. And free throw attempt number 2. And that is good. 28. And the third quarter comes to a close. We're down to the final 10 minutes here in Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. Final 10. The Aces right now kind of running away with this game against the Lynx here tonight. And then we got to play the worst team in the WNBA on Wednesday against the Phoenix Mercury. But shout out to the 23 that's coming in the chat or just watching the stream wherever you're finding this. Greatly appreciate it. Oh, boy. Yeah, righty. Get some comments. Honestly, that is true, but then again, I'm not. Knowing the fact, Taurasi is getting up there. Well, let's be real. How much longer does she have? With BG being hurt, they pretty much, it's really not doing much right now. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think the one finals, if I were to have a predict a finals matchup, I would like to see Aces and Liberty going at it. That would be nice. It'd be a nice change up. It's a possibility that the Suns can run it back to the finals, but we'll see. We'll see. It's a possibility. I should like that. I thought that was a really good finals, WNBA finals, if I'm going to be completely honest. But regardless, boy, I think overall it's been pretty good. So we get something. Good shit. Like 31. Yeah, I mean, you're getting there. You are getting there. All right. And Friday, 7:30. Oh, hey, you got a lot more primetime games going forward, but here we go. We're down to the final 10 minutes. We got Gray taking it up for the Aces. Now it looks like Kirsten Bell. That is good for 2. All right. 76-48. And Lace out to Carlton. Now to Millich, back to Mitchell, to Allen. Allen gives it to Millich in the post tape. And that's going to be a shot clock violation on the Minnesota Lynx at 9:21. So good defense by the Aces, holding their own against the Minnesota Lynx. Now Gray. Now to Parker. The Parker. Oh, nice to Kirsten Bell. Good for two by Candace Parker. Nice assist. So now it's a 30. Oh my God. At 9:09. Alrighty.
Between Candace Parker or Chelsea Gray, you're gonna get rewarded. Look, don't stand and watch. Don't watch the movie. Be an actor in the movie.
Kirsten Bell absolutely was. She's coming off of a phenomenal game against Seattle. She had 12 points in that one. And now off the bench, 4 points, a perfect 2 for 2.
All right. So WNBA all-time assist. That assist moves Candace Parker one assist away from 1,600. She is seventh right up behind head coach Becky Hammond on the all-time WNBA assist list. Hey, tell me about it. That three is no good. Rebound changed by Minnesota. And another second chance. And Millich out to Allen. Allen picked up by Parker on a mismatch. Pump fakes. Almost threw it away. And another good turnover by the Lynx. Parker taking it up. Taking on a couple defenders. Fadeaway jumper. Cannot hit. And Millich pulls down the rebound. Here comes Allen now taking it up for the Lynx. To the drive. And that shot is good. 78-50. And Lindsay Allen. Okay. So we Gray out to, and that's another quick turnover by the Aces. We got Carlton to 15. Allen from thought about a three. That three is no good by Carlton. Rebound to Kia Stokes. Hands it off to Gray. Gray for three. Down it goes. And we get a double dribble against the Lynx. So we get Kayla George to come in. We get a side out for Kirsten Bell. So it looks like pretty much it's going to be the reserve, pretty much all the reserves for the Aces. So we got Parker out to Clark. The fact you even say that is impressive. Posting up. And tough shot. Good for two. And the end one. With 7 minutes even. In the three-point play. And that is good. It is 84. God dang it. So now we got number two. Or is that one out to another for three. Cannot hit. And that's going to be out of bounds on the Lynx at 6. 46 remaining.
She's only got 8 points. She's had double digits.
The WNBA leader. So Asia Wilson is now moves is second right now in the WNBA with 34 games with a double-double. That three from Kristen Bell is too strong. Rebound by Allen.
She's only 6 behind Big Silver. Talk about Silvia Fauci.
And it looks like Mitchell thought about a three-ball drive instead. Cannot get that to go. And Gray comes up with the rebound. Here comes Chelsea Gray. What's good, Coach Ed? Parker. Oh, and we'll draw the we'll get fouled here. What is good, Coach Ed Gladney? At 6:17. They got Gray. Parker for three. Down it goes for Candace Parker. Good Lord. And now we got number 2. We got Allen. Yeah, you ain't wrong. That three from Minnesota. Too strong. Rebound pulled out by Milic. Here we go. And it looks like, Candace. Candace. We get a reach in at 5:43 here in the third. Or actually in the fourth. My apologies. Well, we get a timeout. Aces. Well, let's just say they just put this game to bed, to be honest. Goddamn. There we go. Ooh, okie dokie. Yeah, well, it's pretty much all the reserves at this point because look at the scoreboard. Well, we'll see. Speaking of which, I want to see what. That's an interesting. Because we had to wait. I don't think. Well, we'll see. We'll see, Coach Ed. All right. Yeah. So let's go Las Vegas. Well, I gotta see. You know, I get that, but it's something interesting to think about. All right. So right now, Jackie Young will be. Actually, funny you should mention this is Kelsey Plum's last year of her. I think it was an extension that she signed. So we'll see how this turns out. We got 5:43. It's a 37-point lead for the Aces, and well, let's just be real. It's just an ugly beatdown. Get a side out. There we go. We got number 2. I think that might be Allen. A quick ball movement out to Collier. And that's taken away by Parker. A Collier from the free throw line cannot get that to fall. And get Kayla George pulling down the rebound. So we pretty much got the rest of the reserves. We got Kirsten Bell on the floor. Same with Sydney Colson. Now to Kayla George. Kayla. Oh, nice. Cannot get that to fall on the try to assist attempt by Candace Parker to Kirsten Bell. So we got 15. Now hands off to Mitchell. Mitchell out to number 2. She pulls up from mid-range, try to get off the glass, cannot go. Kristen Bell will pull down the board. Under 5 minutes to play, about 4:50 remaining to Candace Parker. Parker taking on Collier. Well, hands off to Colson. Now to Bell. Bell now out to Parker. Parker taking on Collier. She needs to find an open teammate with. Yeah, and that's going to be a shot clock violation on Las Vegas. I mean,
Looking at the schedule, this will be off tomorrow. They will travel on Tuesday.
there we go. I got number 2 not taking it up for the Lynx. So out to Uhas. Driving, gets the bucket. Good for 2, 87-52. 4:15 remaining here in the 4th. What up, Chad? Yeah, I didn't know that either, so I'm surprised as well. And we get a foul on Minnesota. That is going to be their 13th foul. What's going on, Chad? We got Floyd Mayweather now in the building. So Jackie Young is going to come and check back in for the Aces. And we'll inbound it out to Alicia Clark. Now to Sydney Colson. About 4 minutes here in the 4th. Let's just be real. It's just a complete ass whooping. Kayla George for 3. And Sydney Colson and attempt to pull down the offensive board, but could not attempt it. And Mitchell off the glass and good for 2. So Tiffany Mitchell, I think the only one that actually is actually showing up in this part of this 4th. Kirsten Bell thought about a 3, hands off to George. George from mid-range, the mid-short, pulls down by number 22. Here comes Tiffany Mitchell taking it up for the Lynx. And Mitchell picked up by Colson. Kicks out the number 2. Now going to screen by 15. Bell. And that is blocked. Looks like Kayla George got a hand on it. And I thought open 3. In and out. Offensive rebound. That is good. And Beckham will call timeout to talk things over with her squad. Up 87-56 with under 3 to play. I'm good, man. I'm good. Long time no see. Long time no see, Chad. Mm-mm. Shout out to the 14, man. Mm. All right. Ugh. Oh boy. I think overall, man, it's just. Well, I know there's going to be a lot of people who ask me like, why you should just cut the stream early because of an ass beat. And I was like, nah, I'll just even like if it's a blowout, I'll still do it straight through and through. I mean, that's the way I looked at it, and how I do stuff. So today's scores around the league, you had the Mercury losing to the Liberty 89-71. Mystics beat the Sky 77-69. The Dream pulled out a 6-point victory over the Fever 100-94. And the Sparks lose to the Sun 83-74. That's your current scores around the WNBA. There we go. I mean, look, I ain't that. Hey, look, I look at it this way: look, blowout or not, I still go through to the end. And we get it off. Wow, quick offensive foul out of the break at 2:46. But okay, going right back to Minnesota. So we get inbound. So we got two. The only remaining starter for the Lynx out on the floor is Tiffany Mitchell. That's the and Mitchell good for two. And Tiffany Mitchell, let's be real, has got some of the points here in the fourth for the Lynx. And Kirsten Bell gets blocked, and here come the Lynx. And thought about a three, and that's going to be the second team foul on the Aces. That's going to be Colson's first, team second here in the fourth. Hey, not a problem, Pace Ninja. I appreciate it. All right, we're about to reach the 2-minute mark here in the fourth. They'll get another foul on the Aces. That is their third team foul. At 2:03 remaining here in. Dang it. All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Down to the final two. We got number two. Tough shot, can't fall. And rebound goes to Alicia Clark. And here comes Sydney Colson taking her for the Aces. Goes around the screen. Out to Kirsten Bell. To Alicia Clark in the post. Clark. Out to Kayla George for three. That is short. Rebound to Tiffany Mitchell with about 1:30 here to go. Here the fourth. And that's another team foul. That's team foul number 4 on the Aces. And that's going to be on Alicia Clark. Her third team foul. Third personal, 14th, fourth. It's going to put Tiffany Mitchell at the line for two. And the first is good. 87-59. Yeah, no, and Raquel is still out dealing with that lingering back injury. I mean, I can't say. And I know a back injury, from what I'm hearing from athletes, it's a hard thing to come back from. But then again, what's good, LT? What is good, LT? Jackie Young for three. Down it goes for Jackie Young. Back up to 30. So Minnesota had a 10-0 run. Now back up to 30. That is good for two. 90-62. Under a minute. Alicia Clark for three. A little bit too strong. And rebound taken it away by Tiffany Mitchell. So that's number 15. Now got hands up to number 2. Posting up. And that's good. Oh, almost taken away by the Aces. And ball moving to number 22. That's taken away by Kirsten Bell. It's going to be a 3-1 fast break. And let's really Colson for 3, even though you should have just taken the shot and taken the layup as it was. Jackie Young thought about a 3. It's Colson. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Or sorry, that's Jackie Young for 3. Down it goes for Jackie Young. And Jackie Young. And looks like they're just going to run the clock out here. The Aces win this one 93-62 over the Minnesota Lynx. I mean, to be quite honest, I don't even know what to say. If you're anybody that, if you're a Lynx fan, I don't know what to say. I really don't. Because, look, I'll give where credit is due, right? The Aces, let's bro, as Coach Ed put it, they're one of the right now the number 1 best team in the WNBA. But I got to give Minnesota where credit is due for hanging in there tough for, I would say, for most of the first half. But I mean, look, nothing really, I can't really complain about that, but I will say, yeah, it's just, I feel like, I think the Aces are just getting started. Oh, let me fix my computer a little bit. Because, damn. Yeah, GG's, man. Hey, look, and see, that's why I'll give a lot of credit to the Minnesota Lynx, because they actually know how to put on a good game against us. And I can't really complain about that. And to be fair, I enjoyed that, even though despite the fact that, let's be real, the Aces blew them out, and that's not what you want to see. That being said, the Aces now improved to 10-1 on the season. But that being said, I appreciate anyone who's coming in. If you guys are new, definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because like I said, we back at it again on Wednesday between the Aces and the Mercury. And if you're a Mercury fan, well, God bless you, because holy crap, that team is terrible. That being said, and shout out to everyone that's been in the chat. Shout out to Coach Ed, and shout out to anyone that was coming through Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Check that. All the links are down below. And like I said, not going to hold you guys anymore. That being said, have a good night, guys.